Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. So this is my wrap up. Sorry, for the Backlistathon, TBR, Backlistathon, readathon. It happened during last week, from the 9th till the 15th. So the whole of last week. Sadly, I didn't get through all that many books. I did read some books that are older, but there were books that I recently found out about, so I'm not sure if they'll count for this readathon. But anyway, you'll see them in the wrap up next week for audiobookathon, because they're audiobooks that I read, well, listen to. But anyway, I did read some books. Some books I did read. And moments, here they are. So 4 books. No, sorry, not 4 books. Actually 5 books. So yeah, actually, although not that bad, I suppose. I didn't read that many for my TBR, but it happens. It happens. As I told you before, March is the month of all the readathons. There's audiobookathon, there's femfantail, there's sequelathon, there's backlistathon. So many readathons, a lot of them happen at the same time. So I suppose I got a bit over ambitious, and I got a bit I want to do them all, and I suppose I kind of got a bit slumpy because I didn't really do them all. But it's what it is. It happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you which book I actually read. So 2 books actually had my TBR. Yay me! So I read The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. I read this on Saturday and Friday. Yeah, Saturday and Friday, finished on Saturday. Really, really good book. Absolutely love it. It's just such a just a little review time really for this one. I just really love that it because you kind of think from the cover that it's just about the marriage or just about the time when they're engaged, but it's from the time they meet till the time they get married, and you get to know them very much as a couple, which I really enjoy, and you get to know all the characters very much as well. I would say, I suppose, mostly it is about the American Rebecca, but you also get some point of view from the other people as well. And I also really like how it's not just romance, but it's also about Bex being Bex and her love life. No, sorry, her love life, her friend life, her family life. It's about her job life. It's about all of it, really. And it's both very heartwarming, but also so touching, so raw and emotional, and oh my freaking god! And when you read this, be prepared for the feels. The feels. So I suppose also side notes, a lot of people, suppose me as well, found out about this before because Lauren Graham wanted to make this a movie. So that's why I kind of became interested in it. Now, after reading it, I'm kind of thinking, Lauren, maybe you should go to doctor, because this can impossibly be a movie. Could maybe a trilogy of movies, but you can't make this one movie. So much happens in it. I suppose, every adaptation they change stuff, but no, please make this a TV series, or maybe 2 movies or 3 movies. I think it would work perfectly as a trilogy. But 1 movie, you'd have to I suppose you could do it, because I love stuff that happened in this. You could maybe explain a scene or 2 or something but I want more, and I feel you can't do this justice in 1 movie. I don't think it will work. I suppose I could be surprised. I could be hugely surprised, but right now I'm skeptical. But The Royal We, Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. Then I also, I suppose I've been shooting here, because I'm showing you the hardback. I actually read this more or less on audiobook, so you'll see this on the audiobook wrap up as well. So A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. I really enjoy this one. I really like Mackenzie's Lee universe of this historical fiction, slightly fantasy elements. But I have to say, I expected more piracy. I expected more conflict and more drama. I felt like the first book had more adventure in it. This one didn't have that much adventure in my mind anyway. And I felt like sometimes like, why are you doing this, characters? I just questioned their actions a lot. So yeah, I can't say I love it, but I highly enjoyed it. And yeah, it's got me pumped for the third book that's coming out in August. Nobleman's Guide to Shipwrecks and Shitholes? No, Shipwrecks and Schools? There's something in Shipwrecks. I like it in W. And uh, yeah. Then also the books that I haven't had on my TBR. But, well, I didn't have my backlist TBR, but they still, like, they were on my TBR, like, personal TBR. So, both of these actually borrowed from a friend of mine in February. So the first one is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. It's the second book, and I think the final. I'm not sure. I think she could write more. But anyway, second book in a series. I would say it's more companion series, but like companion books are called series, so series. Where this one, you have an American teenager who goes to school, boarding school in Scotland, and she starts to get involved with the Scottish princess. So it's a lesbian love story. Well, one of them is lesbian and one of them is bi. I suppose it's a queer love story. Yeah, it's a queer love story. I would say though, I kind of wanted more kissing. It wasn't that much kissing in it, but I did enjoy it. It was very fun. It was a fast read. It's not a huge book, and I really enjoyed the characters, the setting, and yeah, everything really. And honestly, I read the first one first. Obviously, I suppose not obviously, but yeah, I read the first book in this companion series 2 or 3 years ago, or like a few years ago. Didn't love it that much. I thought I would like it more, but this one I highly enjoyed. It was very good. Yes, I had complaints, but all in all, I really enjoy this one. Really enjoy it. Then we have Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan. So I suppose this one is more like on the edge, on the fence, because yes, I've had this on my radar, but I haven't like intently thought, Renee, you're gonna read that book. I haven't really been that specific on it, but I have been curious about it. So yeah, I ended up picking up this last week because it's a comic book, so it's easy to read, and yeah, I read it in one go because comics, I suppose you can read it in long goes, but I read it in one go. I would say though, and yeah, people said that I should read this because I love Rat Queens. I get some of the similarities because both of them are about girls and about girls meeting in the world and their family and like adventure ish. I would say this one, honestly, I felt it had too much violence and I didn't too much violence, and other than that, I don't know. I didn't really connect. I felt like it was fine. I can't really say it's boring, but yeah, I think mainly for me it was just too violent. So I can't really say I'm pining for to read the rest of the series really in this one. This one is just gonna be a book that series I'm not gonna be interested in continuing. Can't say I am. Rat Queens, I love the whole shebang, but this one, not really. Not really. And lastly, I was about to show you from my phone, but yeah, I'll just talk about it. Lastly, on Sunday I finished the audiobook of the audiobook of Newt's Emerald. Newt's Emerald by Nick Garth Nix. Nick Garth. Garth Nix. So it's a gaslight fantasy. If you don't know what gaslight fantasy is, it's a term where you have fantasy set in historical our world, but it has some fantasy elements. I think that's more or less the definition of it. I'll anyway say it in a new way. It's not a big book. It has like just 210 pages, so it's not huge. So it's like a short, fun book to read or listen to, as I did. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was very good. Yeah, some aspects of it I felt like, you could elaborate here, and couldn't you do this a bit more better? But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It was a fun, short, fun time, fun romp, really. And yeah, that's my wrap up for the Backlistathon. Yeah, and I suppose I don't have to, but I'll just tell you. So the Royal Highness has been on my radar for a few years, so that's Backlist, and it came out last year, so it's short Backlist, but it's Backlist. A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy came out last year, 2 years ago. Give me a moment. Gonna check it out. When did it come out? Yeah, it came out a few years ago. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, not that long ago anyway. And then the Roll came out in 2015. So they're all backlists, though not all of them are like old backlists, but they're backlists. Anyway, so yeah, it works. And yeah, Newt's Emerald came out in 2017, I think. Unlike in Doodle. And yeah, this was a fun readathon. Yeah, I didn't get to all the books I wanted to get to, but hey, it happens. It still was fun. And if it's going to happen in the future, hopefully it'll be in a week where not other readathons are happening, or where other readathons for which I want to participate are happening, or that I just really get the, or at a time when I just am in a less of a bookish slump. I can't really say it, but I've been in a slight book slump last week. So yeah, that's it really. I hope you enjoyed the Backlist readathon. Thanks to the host for doing it. I'll link them all in the doobly. And yeah, this is me saying Renee out.